Good morning to all. May God bless us. May God be our guide. May God count us among the people of paradise. We, our children, our wives, our family, may God make us among the people of paradise. May God be merciful with us. Today I want to make a clarification about a particular hadith that one man is trying to misinterpret to the populace and trying to give it wrong meaning because he's not a Muslim. He's not Muslim. He's trying to use that one to label Islam as a negative religion, or he's trying to use it as a whole, that religion is bad thing in our community, in the whole world. Anyway, let me explain the hadith. The hadith, before I explain, was collated in Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2084. Not only in Sahih Muslim, it was collated by other collectors of hadith. It was collated and it has subject. So in Sahih Muslim, let me narrow it down to Sahih Muslim so that you will be able to understand, because you couldn't read other hadith. You couldn't read other hadith, but you only pick the one is interested in, so that it gives an explanation to suit his own whims, his own kind of desire, his own decision. So that is to label religion, and Islam especially. The hadith was collated under the topic in Sahih Muslim, Babu karahati ma zada ala al-hajati min al-firashi wal-libas. The hadith was collated under the topic that dislikeness towards having beds or clothes, dresses beyond our needs. Having beds, having dresses beyond our needs. That's it, having dresses and beds more than what we need. More than what we are going to be using. Having extra bed more than what we are in need of. That is the topic of the hadith. And the hadith now come that firashun lizawji lirajuli, as a bed for a man, wa firashun limurati, and a bed for the wife, wa thalith, the third bed, lidayfi, is for the visitors. The fourth bed has no meaning, it's for the shaitan. So that is the hadith. Let me now teach you some norms in Islam that you don't know. That is why you just think that you can read something, especially when you read English. You think you have read it, therefore you have known English, therefore you want to use your own intellect. No, you can't use your intellect. Islam is not about intellect alone. It's not about intellect alone. Quote me. I said alone. Don't say Islam is a Muslim, they are not intelligent. We are intellectual, but not in your intellect alone. Not in your intellect alone. You will read some sayings of the Prophet, some explanations, some Quran. You will read everything together so that you will not follow each other before you could conclude. But you don't know, because you are not Muslim and you don't even learn. And besides, Islam is Arabic, was revealed in Arabic to the last Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So if you want to explain Islam, you need to know Islam, the Arabic, the language of the Prophet that was sent to us, which is Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You must know the language so that you're able to read clearly. Not even read clearly. If you learn Arabic, if you are not sincere with your learning, then you will continue, you will finish the Arabic, you know the Arabic, still now you continue in this way. Sincerity is very important. Whoever wants to see salvation should be sincere to himself and to the people. Should be sincere, should not be biased. So whenever in Islam, whenever any act is being attached to shaitan, that act is great evil. It's great evil. Whenever an act is being attached to the punishment of hellfire, either punishment of the grave or punishment of the hellfire, that sin is a great evil, great sin, is major sin that Muslims should avoid. Whenever any punishment is being attached to any particular act, that particular act is a major sin that Muslims should run away from, as we used to run for lion. So you don't know that principle. That's why you are reading the Firashun le Shaitan, you must make bed for Shaitan. No, it's not like that. And that is number one. That any act being labeled, being attached to Shaitan, being attached to the punishment of hellfire, being attached to the punishment of the grave, being attached to any punishment, that act is major sin that they want we Muslims to live and to run away from. So you should not indulge in it. That's number one. Number two is in our own Islam, in Islamic religion. Number two, we Muslims cannot formulate command from anything we read by ourselves. We can't formulate command except if there is command in what we read. You can't formulate command. At the same time, we can't formulate command has two faces. We have command of do. We have command of don't, that is prohibition. We can't prohibit something unless if you see a word that says, don't do this thing, that's prohibited. That the word, we see the word exactly. So in the hadith you read, there is no command. You Muslim, you have a bed for the husband. You have a bed for your wife. You have a bed for the visitor. You have a bed for the devils, as you misquoted it or as you interpreted it as you wish that should be. No, it's not like that, sir. It's not like that. So we are not going to formulate rule for ourselves. It's giving us information. That is the information. A bed for the man, a bed for his wife, a bed for the visitor. When you have fourth bed, that is for Shaitan. That is, it comes from the inclination of Shaitan in you. That's is controlling you to do that, to waste property. As the topic, the heading of the hadith. The heading of the hadith. I say we have this hadith was not reported by only Sahih Muslim, by Imam Muslim only, rahimahullah. It was reported by many, but not in this clip. I will do another clip for that. I just want you to know that we Muslims, we are not dogma like other religions. We are not dogma. We are not dogma. There's no dogmatism in Islam. We read, we reflect, we ask questions, we read. The English you read was translated by Muslims. So if you now read it, you didn't understand, then you need to ask for the clarification, not taking conclusion. That is great injustice in this world. Great injustice. You read something, you don't know about it, and you are giving interpretation by yourself. You had information, you read some news. You don't understand the news. You are not in the presence of where the occurrence occurs. You are now giving it your own self-interpretation to mislead the populace. That's very bad. So you need to do some investigation before you come out. If you now want to react, Muslims said this, they explained this. From this explanation, and I'm trying to think, is it not possible that this is what they are saying? If you come in that way, people will attend to you, but they will continue attacking you like this. But we are not attacking you anyway. We are explaining to you that it's not like that. If you want to correct yourself, make correction through this short clip. That is not as you quoted. The heading of that is in where you read it. So a Muslim said, we dislike having more than what we need. That is now come. Now attach fourth one to Shaitan. The having fourth one, that it has no purpose. It has no purpose. It's not for your wife. It's not for your children. It's not for your visitors. It's not for your mom that is living with you. It's not for your dad that is living with you. You just have it extra. That is Shaitan. That is tafaddul. It's Shaitan. It's waste. It's extravagance. May God make you understand.